Good morning, dear students. Welcome back again with a new session of the lesson Cell and Cell Organs of Standard 8th. Before we start, I would request that please be ready with the textbook when you go through it, when you are listening it, because the diagram which is there in the textbook will help you to understand much more better way than anything else. So please be with the textbook. Now we'll start with it. Already we have discussed about one other topic. Today we will discuss. We'll start from the cell organ called as cytoplasm. So what is cytoplasm inside the cell? It is a fluid. Fluid implies a liquid content that is present between the plasma membrane and the nucleus. Many chemical reaction takes place in the cytoplasm. The part of cytoplasm other than organelles is called as cytosol. Cytosol stores substances like amino acids, glucose, vitamins, etc. Now, inside cytoplasm, certain organs of the cells are there, which we call it as organelles. So, what is organelles? Organelles are specialized subunits having specific function within the cells. They are organs of the cell. Each organ has its own lipoprotein membrane, means outer covering here, made up of protein. The first cell organelles inside the cell we'll discuss about is nucleus. Nucleus definitely implies at the center of the cell. Nucleus has a round nucleus and a network of chromatin fibers which are thin thread-like structure. They condense to form short, thick chromosomes. Functional segments on chromosomes are called as genes. Now, what is the use of this nucleus or functions of the nucleus? Controls metabolic activities. Metabolic implies growth. Growth activities of cell and also plays an important role in the cell division. Controls inheritance of characteristics, that is transfer of characteristics from one generation to another generation. So control inheritance of characters from parents to the offsprings. Endoplasmic reticulum, in short we call it as ER. The organelle that conducts out, or we can say transports various substances inside the cell is called as ER or endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum has a net-like substances consisting of interconnected miniature means very small tubes and sheets filled with fluid here implies liquid. ER is connected in nucleus from inside or inner side to plasma membrane from outer side. From the nucleus inside to the plasma membrane outside. From there, the net it is interconnected with each other. The function of ER or endoplasmic reticulum. It is a framework. Framework means a structure is given to the cell with the help of the ER. It is a framework that provides mechanical support to the cell. Conduction of proteins, that is preparation of proteins and transporting it. Toxins that have entered in the body through food, air, and water are made up of water soluble by ER, and it is flushed or removed or excreted out from the cell with the help of the ER. That is the function of the ER or endoplasmic reticulum. The next cell organelles which we are going to discuss inside this cell is Golgi complex. It is made up of 5 to 8 hollow and flat sacs. Sac is bag-like structure placed parallel to each other. These sacs are called as cisternae. Filled with different enzymes. Enzymes implies chemicals which carry out certain functions inside our body. For example, if we consider enzyme, saliva is also an enzyme which is present in our body. Same way, inside the cell, many enzymes are there which are carrying out certain functions. Proteins are enclosed in vesicles. The function of Golgi complex. It is a secretory organ of the cell. That is, it secretes, it modifies, modification done, sorting it out, that is separation, concentrates and transports the synthesized substances. So packing, storing and transporting, all function is done by Golgi complex. To plasma membrane, it helps in the formation of cell wall, plasma membrane and lysosomes. Now next cell organelle is called, next cycle we are going to discuss about is lysosome. What is lysosome? These are simple membrane bound sacs. Due to various metabolic activities inside in the cell, the organic waste is generated. Lysosome digests this waste. So lysosome's main function is to absorb all the waste. Function of lysosomes. Later on, what is done with this? The function of lysosome is it helps to improve our immune system. It destroys and digests the various bacteria and viruses that attack the cell. Demolition squads and destroying squads. It destroys the worn out cellular organelles and organic debris, the unwanted cells and waste materials which are present inside the cell that is being removed out or destroys. This is called as an autolysis. Suicide bags. When cells become old or damaged, lysosome bursts and enzyme digest their own cells. During starvation, they digest stored proteins and fats. So this was all about the lysosomes. Our next cell organelles we are going to discuss about is mitochondria. Very important cell organ. Each cell gains energy from the mitochondria. It looks like a double membrane structure. Outer membrane is porous. Porous means holes are there. Where one end is folded, called as cristae. Inner cavity is filled with proteinaceous gel-like matrix that contains ribosomes, phosphate granules, DNA. The energy release is stored into mitochondria in the form of ATP molecule. Therefore, it is also called as powerhouse of the cell. They are responsible to give energy or supply energy to the cell, and therefore work is being done. Function of mitochondria to produce energy, such comparison, such to produce energy-rich compound ATP and provide energy for various cellular activities. Synthesis of proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, etc. Synthesis means here implies preparations of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Vacuoles. These are single membrane bound storage sacs for solid or liquid contents with no typical shape or size. The structure of vacuole changes according to the need of the cell. So, as per the requirement of the cell, the shape of the cell is changed with the help of the vacuoles. Functions of vacuole: it maintains osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure means balances the level of water and minerals inside and outside the cell. Osmotic pressure of the cell stores metabolic byproducts and end product. Byproducts means useful materials, and products unwanted materials or waste material. In animal cell, they store waste products and food. It provides turgidity and rigidity to the plant cell. Here, turgidity means swelling, and rigidity means stiffness. So, they provide turgidity and rigidity to the plant cell. Now, next cell organelle is plastids. Maybe colorless or it can be of various color. Most common and green colored chloroplasts containing chlorophyll and are abundantly found in the green parts of the plants. Functions of plastids: imparts color to the flower and the fruit. Leucoplast, white or colorless plastids. Chromoplast, colored plastids. So these are pigments which gives colors to the fruits, flowers and leaves. There is a pigments present inside our blood, hemoglobin which gives red color, pigment present in leaf that is called chlorophyll which gives green color. Same way these are the various pigments which gives different colors to the fruits and flowers. The functions of plastids: imparts color to flowers and fruits. Leucoplasts, white or colorless plastids. Chromoplasts, colored plastids. Now chloroplasts, they are important for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis implies in the preparation of food in the presence of light. That is called photosynthesis. It can change color. For example, raw tomatoes to turns red to breakdown of chlorophyll and synthesis of lycopene. So here initially the tomato is green in color, later on gets converted into red in color. So here change in color is taking place. Function: converts solar energy to chemical energy. Then chromoplasts give different colors to the flowers and the fruits. Leucoplasts involved in the synthesis and storage of food like starch, oil, proteins, etc. Producing proteins and replicating. Replicating means preparing a copy of it. Replicating them is carried out in the mitochondria and plastids as they have their own DNA and ribosomes. Now, we are going to discuss about or do the comparison between eukaryotes and prokaryotes, different types of you can say cells, form of cells. So eukaryotes and prokaryotes, what is the difference between them, that we are going to discuss in short. Eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cell. Size of eukaryotic cell 5 to 100 micrometer and that of prokaryotic is 1 to 10 micrometer. Then eukaryote contains more than one chromosomes, whereas prokaryote contains only one chromosomes. Eukaryote contains nucleus with nuclear membrane, nucleolus and nucleoplasm. In case of prokaryotic, nucleus resembling nucleus. Now inside the eukaryotic cell, mitochondria and plastids are present. In prokaryotic, no membrane bound cell organelles are there. Then, in case of eukaryotic cell, present in cellular and multicellular plants and animals, whereas prokaryotic cell present only in bacteria. Thus, we have completed this lesson. Remaining lessons we'll do it in the next video. Till then, have a great day.